What comes to mind for most people when they hear the word rodent? Some people envision small, nosy pests that steal grain and other food, while others envision friendly household rodents like hamsters and guinea pigs. Few people realize that among the rat species are true predators, with bloodthirstiness comparable to that of other carnivorous animals. In this video, we'll look at the golden-bellied water rat, or the RAKALI, the largest and most powerful carnivorous rodent. The RAKALI, 𝗪𝗛𝗡𝗧𝗏, is native to Australia, but it can also be found in Tasmania and on the island of New Guinea. RAKALI, also known as the rabe, is a mouse family member with exceptionally huge dimensions. Its body length, excluding that lengthy tail, reaches 15 inches, and its weight is around 3 pounds, much beyond that the size of a gray rat, which seldom weighs more than 1. RAKALI is a semi-aquatic animal that can only be found on the shores or bodies of water where it digs holes for itself. The RAKALI can utilize shelters and ready-made shelters, such as empty logs or cavities in tree roots, in addition to burrows. Even tires and drainage pipes are used as homes in regions where people have already visited. RAKALI appears to be a friendly waterfowl rodent, similar to a muskrat or a beaver. However, appearances can be deceiving. The RAKALI is a vicious predator, capable of hunting for food equivalent in size. RAKALI hunts mostly in water, and a wide range of aquatic species can become its prey, as these rodents enjoy eating aquatic insects and larvae, such as predatory water beetles and water bugs. Crayfish is a favorite food of the RAKALI. Crayfish, despite its robust shell and claws, stands little hope against his massive predatory rat. Even the extremely tough shells of bivalve mollusks, which are also included in the RAKALI diet, are no match for its teeth. RAKALI can also fish, yet many fish have a better chance of escaping the RAKALI unhurt because they swim faster than the water rat. Furthermore, violet rats routinely demolish waterbird nests and even hunt them, attacking them from beneath the water. The most intriguing aspect of the RAKALI is its capacity to hunt massive and highly venomous agatoads. The agatoad is one of the world's largest toads and was once found in Central and South America. However, 100 years ago, people brought toads to Australia. The toads were designed to aid people on sugarcane plantations in their battle against pests. However, the toads were unaware of their objective, and so instead of sugarcane pests, they proceeded to consume simpler prey, including many representatives of Australia's unique biodiversity. Because small toads are only 0.4 inches long, and adult toads can grow to be more than 9.5 inches long and weigh more than 2.2 pounds. The agatoad's possible target list is quite extensive. As a result, the exceptionally huge toads might easily chase the mice-sized creatures. The ability to eliminate Australian fauna by eating it, however, was insufficient for the vicious toads, and they began to exterminate larger kinds of animals with the help of their poison. The agatoad's entire skin secretes a potent poison, including bufotoxins that cause cardiac arrest and death. They secrete the toxin in their parotid glands on the back, as well as their neck and shoulders, which can be fatal even in very small doses. Because Australian predators such as marsupial martins, huge snakes, and lizards were unfamiliar with these toxic toads, they began to hunt them, and as a result, died en masse from poisoning. The horrible water RAKALI rat is one of the rare predators that have learned to hunt deadly toxic toads. These insidious rodents have devised a unique method of eating toads without being poisoned by their venom. You see, the RAKALI, ever the intelligent predator, grabs the toads, turns them over onto their backs, and bites a hole in the chest of the still living toads. They then pluck out the safe internal organs, the heart, the liver, the lungs, with their front paws. RAKALI will occasionally eat toad tongues and even meat from the limbs after removing all of the skin. These voracious rats can consume dozens or hundreds of toads, and these rats favor the largest toads, 9 inches in length, as prey. RAKALI, on the other hand, can be attacked by several predators, including large fish, snakes, and birds of prey. Furthermore, foxes and cats, as well as the agatoad's poison, can cause severe harm to the RAKALI population, Water rats are shrewd creatures. Before eating, they take mussels out of the water and they let them tan a bit in the sun, drying out completely. They are extremely cautious around traps, and if caught, they learn from their mistakes. They frequently chew their way out of nylon crab traps if they're unintentionally caught in them. However, water rats can and do drown if captured in an opera house-style crayfish trap, just like turtles and platypus can. In general, water rats are reticent and rarely seen. However, one sign of their presence is the custom of eating at a table, where prey is transported to a preferred feeding area after being captured. Along the water's edge, well-used runways or frequent crossing sites also indicate that water rats might be present in that area. They have torpedo-shaped scats that are 0.4 inches long and 0.3 inches wide. Males mark their territory with a distinct, pungent, shy scent. In addition to being smelly, the males are also highly aggressive and will actively protect their territory. Fighting is common, leading to scarred tails from being bitten during fighting amongst both males and females. RAKALI are active during the night. Their home range typically comprises of 0.5 to 2.5 miles of waterways, and they can travel a distance of between 0.1 to 0.6 miles in a night while foraging. They search for their food at dusk, partly by sight when in water and hunting prey on the water's edge, returning to a favorite feeding place where evidence of previous catches can be seen. They can be found swimming and feeding in the early morning as well as the evening. RAKALI do not tolerate low temperatures very well, so in winter, they prefer to hunt terrestrial prey. They also spend long periods in the warmth of the burrow. These well-adapted semi-aquatic and territorial creatures may become very aggressive in high-density populations, as they're mostly solitary. When food is plentiful, they can have several litters every year and nest in a chamber at the end of their tunnel. The gestation period for RAKALI water rats lasts for about 5 weeks. The female water rats start breeding generally at 8 months of age. Females can sometimes breed when they are less than 6 months of age. Typically, 2 to 4 pups are born in each litter, and they emerge throughout the warmer months of the year. The young are fed and left on their own after about a month of nursing. In the wild, it is thought that water rats can only live for a maximum of 3 to 4 years and spend most of their time alone. Females are generally smaller than males, but tail lengths are normally the same. They have partially webbed hind legs, waterproof fur, a flattened head, a long, blunt nose, many whiskers, and small ears and eyes. Their body is streamlined with a skull that is large, flat, and elongated, with 2 large molars on the upper and lower jaw. RAKALI is black to brown in color, with orange to white belly and a dark tail with a white tip. Although the species is at risk for habitat change such as swamp draining and flood prevention, they're apparently very hardy and tenacious of a species that seem to be able to put up with human invasion and habitat interference. However, given their relatively short lifespans, they are susceptible to population declines, particularly in marginal habitats if multiple years of drought limit possibilities for successful reproduction. When they're young, snakes and shrews also prey on them, and adult water rats are eaten by raptors. The killer of poisonous toads, the RAKALI, are widespread and abundant at present, so they're listed as least concern on the IUCN Red. But you cannot underestimate this powerful predator. They are swimmers with incredible speed and agility. They wallow through even terrifying shallow water and attack their prey. These aggressive underwater predators eat some terrestrial snails and insects by submerging their muzzles inside of the water's edge. Despite human threat lurking above the heads of the RAKALI, surprisingly water rats have adapted well to living with humans. It's a protected species in Australia, but there was a significant decline in its population when it was formerly hunted for its fur and considered a nuisance animal. Now it appears that they're recovering from the effects of hunting, since it is an apex predator located almost at the top of its food chain. So tell us what you think of this agile, tenacious, aggressive, ingenious rodent hunter killer small beast in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to leave a like on this video, smash that like button with your little paws, and hit that notification bell for more amazing beasts. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna catch you later. That almost sounded like sex. I'm sorry, let me do that again. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Yeah, it's better. Alright, later.